Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Elnea Kingdom. This is Bryony Parker here, bringing you another episode on Elnea Kingdom. So, someone asked about how you gather for it's called Helping Out at Yano Market. So, I will tell you, this is a new updated thing, and it's a new event, obviously. And also, this was introduced when they did the frog hat thing, I believe. I never got the frog hats because I didn't care for them, but hey, to each their own. So that's why I never covered it, because I never cared for it. But maybe next time I should just cover every single event, but then that would really exhaust me too. So let me know down in the comments if I should do it or not. But hey, at least it'll make more videos and hopefully help you guys, because you guys are more important. I my enjoyment doesn't really matter too much, really. But I don't mind doing the events because they're fun. And anyway, so this is of course helping out at the Yano market. So, right. So apparently there is the town wear common, the town kid common, the summer flower crown, the summer flower vase small, summer flower wreath, summer flower planter large, and summer flower planter small. And what you do is you go and you take on a quest found at the Yano market. So it says first timers will gain access to event missions by progressing through the tutorial, which means probably people who are travelers. So you may also be able to obtain boa shaved ice and mint shaved ice by defeating Sherebises while they pick mushrooms in a place you get mushrooms. Oh, so that's where you get them. So any place you go and gather mushrooms, be it Old Town Forest or Forbidden Forest, you will find them all around the forest area near the basically any of the ruins um dungeons along there, which is closer to the Scholars Association. In any of those forests you can gather. But the best place will obviously have to be the Phomos, because Phomos brings up the most rare things quite easily. So, of course, using Phomos is your best bet, but first we gotta take on the quest in order to even start this, because that is the only way you're gonna start this. So, we are gonna run to Yano Market, and I never even mentioned what I wanted from this event. So, what I want from this event is obviously the two different clothings, both for the kid and for the adult, one of each. I don't really care for the girl one. When they introduced this new look for the girl one, I never really cared for it. I only liked the guy one, so that's why I only got like one. So yeah, anyways, here it is. So what you choose is you go to this guy, which is the work store, found right next to the grocery store, and you go and take this quest, and it's called Desiring a Cool Dessert. You take this on and you get 7 boa shaved ice and 7 mint shaved ice. That way you get the townware common and a sunflower base. So yeah, that's the reward for doing this. So we're gonna accept this, and that is how you get that started. I'm not sure if the grocery store has anything else. I'm gonna go check. Doesn't look like it. So yeah, so we do this, and I am going to summon Phomos using my lot of Bell of Fertilities. As you can see, I have a ton. And I am gonna go and gather there and get 7 mint shaved ice and 7 boa shaved ice. So obviously this should be no problem. My character's stats are looking pretty good for her. She is 187 speed, 182 strength, and 188 spirit. So she is looking pretty good, Maya. So I'm surprised, for being a farmer, Maya has pretty good stats. Well, that, and because the event came up to where I could actually gather, or not gather, or yeah, well, not really gather, but anyways, but gain experience, where you can go into any of the high ranked dungeons. You just can't go into the Masma Forest dungeon, you can't go into the Forbidden Ruins dungeon, and you can't go into the Demon Cave dungeon. So those really high rank ones you can't go into in these events, or well, not this event, but other events that do allow you to go in the high rank dungeons. So yeah, and I believe the event is called a sort of, I forgot what they call them. They're really weird, but yeah, they unlock the ability to go into them, along with gaining a ton of experience. Another thing that's new for, or not new, but that I can say for this event that you can get experience is they also increase your experience because there's a certain monster that comes up and doubles or even triples your experience depending on which one you encounter. So the lower dungeons will obviously have the ones that are the easiest, of course, whereas the high rank dungeons will have the harder ones. They're usually called the only one I can remember is the dark one. The dark one is the one that gets you the most experience though, and they're called Mubith. And I think the other one is called Blubbeth? I don't know. Oh, and here we go. We got a Sharbis. So as you can see from the current or the past event I also got was these parry and counter skills. So from the battle event. So I really wish I would have covered all the heroes because I actually was able to defeat the heroes, all of them. So I really need to cover that. But anyways, I'm just going to use these because I don't really need any counters. So no problem whatsoever. That was quite easy. Vermilion Rhizome, and you probably will have to do this many, many times in order to even get the shaved ice. But once I get 7 of each, I will come right back to you. Okay, guys, I am back. So I've gotten the 7 boa fruit shaved and 7 mint shaved ice. And I will turn it in, get these things. And I have to say one thing to, if Alfie is watching this, another complaint about this event, this is pretty ridiculous. I had to go through like 2 things of the FOMOS gathering things, plus the one I was given freely in order to even get everything I needed in order to do this. So if you're gonna make your event where it's not it's an unranked, what do they call them? Oh yeah, like limited event that isn't ranked again, like I mentioned before, and also like the FOMOS thing, you're limiting the amount of shaved ice you can get, increase it. This is just, it's ridiculous. I had to do this 3 times in FOMOS, and this was just really bad. Like, I can get it if it's in the normal log gathering points, but in FOMOS, your chances should be increased. So you basically, like, Alti would basically be lying about this. They would be lying if they said that the FOMOS thing on their site, which you will find, is where you find the harder to find stuff. So Alti, you better not be lying to us. Like, I got it, but it was super hard for the encounters for the monsters. So make it to where it's much easier to have these, especially because it's an unranked system. If it was a ranked system, I can get it. But this is an unranked event. Like, no one's fighting against each other to get a certain amount of points or whatever. So, doesn't make any sense. And some other things I need to cover. So, obviously, there's been a ton of updates, of course. So, edges are now sharper. So, as you can see, the bridge is a lot more detailed. Along with the water being a little bit more looking like water. So, a lot of shape, a lot of color. The trees look a little bit better. Trees could look much better than they could right now, even so. But there's a lot of great things, too. And apparently, I think what happened is Alfie saw my little trick with the baby thing, so that's probably debunked especially because I had Justin and I had everything I needed in order to have a girl. So I think they must have fixed that. And of course, there's several other things they updated too. So personalities. So the selfish personality, which used to be you can have a friend that was a selfish personality and they would be completely nice. Like, I remember when the negative ones weren't so, like, bad, but now the actual negative ones, like selfish, cold, or whatever, has actually shown to be, like, they're actually not the nicest to be around. Whereas the nice personalities, which used to be where it was really, really, really hard to get along with those people, used to be really difficult. But now it's actually much easier for the positive personalities, such as attentive, calm, or anything else you could really think of. Cool is still kind of like where it used to be, really, or not really it used to be, but it's just kind of left to stay the way it is. So that's another thing. So now, and they're showing more things of the characters' personalities, and I definitely have to say they still need time to improve it and whatever, of course. But yeah, a lot of things have shown, of course. So I hope Alfie keeps updating the personality things, showing more about the distinct personalities that make them unique, and just in general, just showing more basically. And of course, I need to say, of course, my next generation will obviously be Hunter. So Hunter is my next generation character because he is the only one to get a new different job, because none of my kids have a talent and I want a kid with a talent to go into the scholars. So he will not be in the scholars, but I'm hoping to get into the priest work. And my backup plan is that the priest work doesn't happen, then I will go into the, what do they call it? Oh yeah, scholars with him. Even though he won't technically be completely fit to be in the scholars, but it's whatever. But yeah, until I show you the options for Hunter that you can choose from. So, as of course, as usual, put down your first, your second, and your third girl options, and whoever gets the most vote, that will be Hunter's new girl. So, which we will show, or bleh, which I will show in my next video. So, yeah, until I get back to you with the girl options. Okay, guys, back to you with the girl options. So our first girl here, who is 2 years younger than Hunter and the only candidate I can find that is not a relative in the Bryony Parker line, of course. So, yeah. Her name is Eliza Cizon, again, 2 years younger, and then we will get to the other girls, which would be Gina Mozo. Gina Mozo is 3 years younger than Hunter. So there is Gina Mozo, and I believe Bianca Dormier. Also, the rest of the girls here listed are all going to be 3 years younger. So Bianca and Rochelle, who is 3 years younger, Rochelle Flecker. And the last but not least, Margaret Tomba, the last girl option that is not again in the Bryony Parker line of the family tree. So, and that's another thing. I was actually going to be doing it in this video, but I think what I'll do is I'll do it in the next video where we are Hunter, and I will go into the family tree from where I last left off in a long ago video. So, hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I look forward to what you guys have to say down in the comments. So, everything I mentioned down in the comments, that be it the limited events, if you want me to do all of them, and of course your first, second, and third girl. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you on the other side.